Since part of stewardship is our participation in the liturgy, our sharing our gifts, and bringing our family as a community of faith to celebrate what it is that we celebrate, that is learning about our faith, growing in our faith, and sharing our faith. And on Commitment Sunday today, we are asking one of our parishioners, I mentioned that last week, so I'm going to ask Jennifer Nader to come up and to speak about her faith and to speak about what Holy Cross means to her personally and to her parish. Following Jennifer's reflection, we'll have a few minutes of silence, which we will hand out the cards, and then we will pick them up. And as I said, this is not to put anybody on the spot, but if you feel you want to put something in today, this is not the collection basket, this is just the commitment card. And the idea is that we try to plan ahead for what it is that every individual is able to commit to. We will pass out the cards, and then we'll collect them after, and then we'll continue in the Divine Liturgy. And thank you for all those. These are all everybody who's already submitted their cards, mailed them in, or dropped them off at the church. So I'm grateful in advance for all of those who have done that. And if you are already on automatic giving, simply write what you are already planning on giving to the church throughout the year.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Nader, or Nader. Many of you know my husband, Peter. Peter and I have 4 children: Rebecca, who has had the privilege of reading the epistle during Sunday's liturgy; Joseph, who we call Joey, he's an altar server; Sarah and Christina. I'm almost always here, and I'm in the cry room 90% of the time because of my little one. Our family started coming to Holy Cross in 2015. We first came to the Vacation Bible Camp. We were invited by a family member who grew up here at Holy Cross. Rebecca was 6, Joey was 5, and Sarah was 1. Rebecca and Joey had a blast coming here for that week. I was invited by a fellow parishioner to come on Sundays as well. I was a little intimidated because I knew 3 Sundays out of the month was in Arabic, and the first Sunday of each month was in English. I thought, why would I come if I don't understand the language and everything is in Arabic? While I was here at Vacation Bible Camp, my husband asked me to talk to Father. He said, I think the priest speaks Arabic. My father-in-law had been sick and had a brainstem stroke that left him locked in. He couldn't talk and was paralyzed from the neck down for 10 years. Father François came and prayed with him. My father-in-law ended up being diagnosed with small cell lung cancer 2 weeks later and passed away 10 days after that. Peter saw something very special in Father François and felt he had a real connection with God. We started coming to church on Sundays for the English and Arabic liturgies, and it really grew on me. The prayers are beautiful, especially being sung in 3 different languages. I was raised as a Protestant in a small church with a very similar look to this one on the outside. So my first thought was, this could be my home. I used to tell my husband when we would leave after Mass at other churches that I just didn't feel fed. I felt I needed to gain something, to learn something, and to have something that I can apply to my life. Father's homilies feed me. I learn new things, I gain things that I can apply to my life, and sometimes I feel like he wrote the homily specifically for me or my family or what we happen to be going through at that time. I continued to learn more about our faith, and I followed along in the prayer book. I felt a part of our church, and I decided to become a Melkite Catholic. I converted in August of 2015, and I took my first Holy Communion when my daughter Christina was baptized. I love that my church has apostolic succession. I love that my church wasn't founded by someone less than 100 years ago. The prayers here date back centuries with little or no change. I wasn't raised in this faith, and I'm still learning as I go. We come on Saturday evenings for Vespers, and my 2 older kids sing the Psalms and are still learning the prayers. My husband and I love coming to the Vespers and pre-sanctified Vespers during Lent, and Holy Week is amazing. Did you know there's a service every day for the entire week? Our kids are in Sunday school, and for some reason, almost every Sunday, we are one of the last people to leave the parking lot. My husband loves to talk. I was encouraged to join the Alpha class on Tuesdays. It's through Zoom. One thing I'm gaining from Alpha is a closer relationship with other attendees from our church. There have been many projects here at Holy Cross that have given us the opportunity to volunteer. My husband and I have taught Sunday school. Sometimes I still subbed for other teachers. We try to help Miss Lupe with the children's programs in any way we can. We have so many beautiful plants on our property that have been donated, and they need water. I try to come a couple of times a week and water. Over the summer, Peter will come with other volunteers. They'll plant things, trim trees, trim the plants, pull weeds, and paint. He often will bring our older two kids, and sometimes when it's just him, I have come to help with all of our kids in tow. It's a blessing in itself just to be able to give time and energy to God and to do His works. I have learned that the more we give of ourselves as a family to God and to our church, the more God seems to bless us. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is from St. Matthew. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. This is true for our life. Miracles do happen all the time, seen and unseen. Holy Cross is an important place to me and my family. I want my kids to be involved in any way possible so they will have a very strong faith and a firm foundation. There are some young adults here that grew up in this faith, and it is so nice to watch them guide my kids during Vespers and liturgy. I want my kids to one day be those young adults, and I want them to learn the prayers and be able to guide others. So for us, as the Nader family, this means church all the time. Church on Sundays, Sunday school, Vespers on Saturdays, and any other services or liturgies that come out throughout the year. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I think it's called Hemma on Saturday night before Easter, and Pashka Sunday. We try to come to everything as much as possible. As I continue to grow in my faith, I look forward to the opportunity to grow with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, and thank you, Peter, and your family for your commitment to the church. And I also want to thank so many other parishioners who see this as your parish, and it's not just a drop-in center for once in a while on a Sunday or a special event, that you see a very balanced and healthy element of our parish that is prayer, that is education, growing in your faith through whatever programs we have, that it's passing on the faith to your children, and volunteering in whatever way you can. Our altar servers will hand out the commitment card right now. And then on the back, you can also add any prayer intentions you would like us to pray for in the future. And then Sad will sing us a hymn as you're prayerfully reflecting on your future commitment to the parish.